The human immune system is our topic today, and we're going to start with the function of the human immune system, which is fighting off any foreign bodies. Your body will recognize any foreign body that it doesn't belong to it and it's not one of your cells, so it will start fighting it. But didn't you ask yourself, what is the secret? How can your body cells know that this cell doesn't belong to you? I have to fight it? Actually, the answer is so simple. The thing that allows your body to recognize a pathogen or to stimulate the immune system to attack it, it's the antigen. The antigen, it's any substance that makes your immune system respond against it. So maybe it's a toxin, it's a chemical, it's a virus, it is a part of a virus. And you can see here, the protruded parts here, they are the antigens. Antigens, it's a kind of your ID. Okay, so the ID shows your identity that I'm not a part of this body, so the immune system starts to attack. Now let's assume that your body has recognized a bacterial cell. What type of response does it start with? Basically, we have two types of the immune response. The first one is non-specific, and the second one is specific immunity. The non-specific immunity, from the name, you can guess that it deals with all the types of pathogens with the same way. But the specific one, it deals with each type in a different way. It's specific that it deals with different types of viruses, okay, with different ways. Let's start with the non-specific immunity. The non-specific immunity has the barriers, which is maybe chemical or physical, has cellular response or cellular defense, interferon, and inflammatory response. And we'll be talking about each one of them in detail. About the specific, we will be talking about the different types of the white blood cells. We're going to start with the non-specific immunity, especially the barriers. The barriers, you have two types of barriers: physical barriers and chemical barriers. And so obvious that the physical barrier is the skin. The skin is the largest organ that you have, and it covers all your body cells, your body muscles, your body tissues, your body organs and organ systems. So it's naturally the first line of defense that attacks or stops any kind of pathogen that wants to just enter your body. It's actually gonna have a barrier of dead cells that has a low pH that it makes really hard for any bacteria to live there, and it's gonna have as well chemicals that disrupts any virus. It has a normal flora, other bacteria that live there symbiotically on your skin and digest skin oils to produce acids that inhibit many pathogens. If a bacterial cell was blocked by your skin, because actually your skin has no injury or a cut, just for the bacteria to make it into your body, it's gonna try to find any opening just to go through it into your body, like your nose, like your mouth through the digestive system, like your eyes. Now it's the role of the chemical barriers. The chemical barriers may be mucus. So mucus, it's a sticky substance, that blocking pathogens from sticking to the inner epithelial cells. HCl, if it succeeded and like reached the stomach, so the HCl, it will digest it. Number 3, there is a substance. It's actually an enzyme. It's called lysozyme. It is in saliva, it is in your tears, the nasal secretions. This lysozyme, it actually has a crucial role because it breaks down bacterial cell walls which kill pathogens. Then we have cellular defense. Cellular defense, from the word cellular, you can derive the meaning, or that the cell itself, it attacks the foreign microorganism. So the phagocytic cell, actually the phagocytic cell that performs the phagocytosis, okay, the process of phagocytosis. The phagocytic cell surrounds and engulfs any foreign body. And the phagocytic cells, it contains, like any other cell, as you studied before, the organelles on in all the cells. So the phagocytic cells, it has, each cell, it has the lysosomes. The lysosomes, as you know, it has many chemicals that destroy and kill the foreign body. So this is the cell, your body cell, the phagocytic cell. Actually, it's a white blood cell. And here it engulfs and digests inside the bacterial cell, which is the cake. Here under the microscope, you will see here the phagocytic cell, and this is the bacterial cell. And again, it surrounds and engulfs it. Then we have the interferon. The interferon is a protein secreted by the infected cells. This protein, it binds to the neighboring cells and stimulates these cells to produce antiviral protein. And the antiviral protein, it actually prevents viral replication. Instead of having millions of viruses to attack, we have only few viruses that we can handle this attack. So it's way easier to your body just to attack them. The last non-specific immunity, it's the inflammatory response. The inflammatory response reminds you with the word inflammation, which actually is the body's protective response against any infection or any injury. You know, you can just recall the last mosquito bite. You will know what the meaning of inflammation. The symptoms of inflammation, the redness, the heat, the high heat of that, you know, the part of the skin of the mosquito bite, the swelling of this part, and it's actually painful. Now we will just, what happens when a mosquito bites you, or when you get injured by a nail, by a needle, okay, which may be contaminated by some organisms, microorganisms, bacterial cells or viruses. Actually, this is the main reason of the inflammation that causes the inflammation. Let's start the steps of the inflammation, the inflammatory response that causes the inflammation. So number one, here you have a needle that penetrated your skin and caused the injury. Those are the bacterial cells, the microorganisms, the foreign bodies that succeeded in just entering your body through this injury. And this is the nearest blood vessel to the infected area. What happens that once this infection happens, the blood flow will increase, because actually the mast cells will give out some histamine. What the meaning of histamine? It's a chemical that causes the whole inflammatory response. So the high flow of the blood will cause the vasodilation of those blood vessels. What's the meaning of vasodilation? The walls of those blood vessels, they stretch and they allow the leukocytes, or you know, those white blood cells, or you know, phagocytes, many phagocytes, different types of phagocytes, to go to the infected area and engulf the bacteria, the bacterial cells, like we said, the same process. So it will just help in ending actually this infection or this invasion.